What is going on, everyone? My name is, as you know, Martin Nobel, and today we're going to be looking at Mac OS 10.2 Jaguar. This is going to be a short demo on this operating system, which is the third release of the Macintosh OS 10. Now, there's a lot of new features in this version of OS 10, and yes, it is extremely old compared to today. It was introduced during 2002, so that's one thing you should keep in mind, and it only works on PowerPC computers. So we're just going to log in. I'm just going to put in my password. The login screen resembles so much the Aqua theme, and in Panther they actually replaced the blue apple with a more metallic one. So as you can see, this is the screen you get, the desktop. Now, it looks strikingly similar to the latest version, which is 10.11 El Capitan, with the dock, and the GUI in general is very similar. So we go into about this Mac, version 10.2. It's emulated on a 1.9 GHz PowerPC G3, which is indeed PowerPC, which is a emulator for PowerPC in Mac OS 10 versions from 10.1 to 10.4. It's emulating a PowerMac G4 PCI graphics. Now let's look at some of the apps it has. So we're going to go into the hard drive, applications. Note that in this build and earlier builds, you didn't have a fully designed file manager which would work for the average user. But back then, you got what you got and you had to deal with it. You got one app called The Clock, which was discontinued in 10.3. The Clock, you could pretty much, it would be in your dock and you would just watch it over. So, or if you don't want to use the digital clock, you could always use this. And you could also, if you want, change it to a floating window. And you can make it transparent or opaque, and you can also change it between analog and digital, although I prefer the analog version. We got a calculator which does not look the same as today, definitely, but it can do all the basic calculations. We have chess application. It looks really different, as you got the silver and black. It's just another theme in this case, and I believe they had this theme until Panther. It also had a GNU license. You got a DVD player. You got iChat. iChat at this point of time is no longer supported, and you needed to use AOL if you wanted to, or Mac.com, which also is no longer supported. You got image capture if you want to import your photos. Internet Connect, because back then modems were a huge thing. Internet Explorer. Now, for those who haven't realized yet, Apple used Internet Explorer for their older versions of OS 10 before 10.3. And even in 10.3, you could choose between Safari and Internet Explorer. There is no internet, but I can't do anything about that. You got the Mail app, which now has the ability to flag certain mail as spam. I'm not going to sign up for that. You got Preview, which could just use images. QuickTime Player, which you could use to watch MP4s. We got Stickies. I don't think Stickies is used anymore, but you could literally write notes and put them on your screen for later. So this is a test, and then you could just put it over here for later. You got System Preferences, which the icon looks similar to Mavericks and to Tiger's one. Now, the preferences is really similar today as well. So you could choose the desktop You could also choose a screensaver, which will be very bad qualities because I'm running this in an emulator. Yeah, no screensavers for now. You have the ability to run older versions of apps like Mac OS 9 apps using the classic environment, which requires Mac OS 9.1. You got the text edit app, which is similar to the text edit app that we have today. And let's look at some utilities. Most of them are very typical of all the systems up to today. Well, you got one called CPU monitor. The reason why they had CPU monitor is because prior to that, you also had process viewer, which was renamed activity monitor, but then they morphed that and the CPU monitor into one app and made it more advanced as well. You got keycaps, which was also in previous Mac OS, so you could just test if all the keys are working. And you could also use it as an on-screen keyboard should your keyboard not work. You got Stuff It Expander, you got the terminal, and you also got Bluetooth and airport apps because back then Bluetooth was now emerging. One other thing with this operating system is that this is the last version of OS X to run on old world computers officially. And when I mean old world, I mean especially the Power Macintosh G3, the beige ones, which is the desktop, the tower, and the all-in-one, and the PowerBook G3 Wall Street editions, which came out in 1998. And those are the PowerBook G3s without USB ports. So there you have it. This is a quick demo of OS X Jaguar 10.2. If you have any questions, please leave it below. My name is, as you know, Martin Nobel. Thank you all for watching and see you all later. Let's shut this down.